Hey everybody, and welcome to another tutorial in the Arc Dev Kit tutorial series. I'm going to be going over something fun today. A lot of people have been asking me to make something interesting for a dyno, so I thought that we could do a reference dyno. First off, I'd like to mention that I apologize for my recording quality. I am trying to work on that, but I don't have the finances to get the new software that I need, and I'm kind of running on a lower quality mic, so I do apologize for that. I'm trying to get it fixed, but financially things are a little rough right now. I will be trying to fix that in the future. Um, I just wanted to mention that right in the beginning. So today, I thought we'd have a little fun, and we'd make Harambe. Harambe is pretty known on YouTube throughout different channels. Pretty much people will use him. It's just everybody grabs up a really colorful gorilla and says it's Harambe. One that you guys might recognize it from is if you play Ark Comes Alive, you'll recognize there's Harambe, and he's green. So what I was thinking is, why don't we make that? I'm not going to make it so where there's like the spawners and everything like that, but I am going to show you guys exactly how to make it so that it's set up. I'll get into a little bit of the character status, but I'm not going to go too far into that. So this is going to be a little bit of a Photoshop and Arc Dev Kit tutorial, just so you guys know. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to jump right into the dev kit. So if you remember, we're in the YouTube folder. We're going to make a new folder called Harambe. What we're going to do is we're going to get the files we need to make Harambe, and we're going to go down. Going to look for Gorilla. Okay, we're going to get rid of this box because that was just annoying. Okay, so we're going to grab the one that says fur because we don't want the like straight one because that one's just, that doesn't look so cool. And we're going to want to grab the one that says tameable. See, look, it was that hard, right? It wasn't even that hard. We're going to grab that. We're going to bring that right up into the Harambe folder. That's all we need from that little section. We do need the textures. So we're going to go into textures. We don't need any of the furs because we're going to use the same one. We're going to grab the two diffuse and the two normals for the head and the body. We're going to drag those into the Harambe folder. Then we're going to go into the Harambe folder, and we're going to name this guy. You can name it whatever you want. I don't really care, but I'd add BP to the end of it if I were you, just so you recognize like the difference between like the skeletal mesh and the BP. We're going to name the skeletal mesh. For these last ones, I'm just going to name them random because it doesn't really matter. I'm not even going to be utilizing these diffuse. The normals, you can name them whatever you want. Just make it say something that you'll recognize. What we're going to do is we're going to grab both of these diffuse and we're going to export them into a folder. I'm just going to put it in a folder. I've made different Harambes, so I'm just going to make a new one. We're just going to name them Harambe YouTube. And then we're going to just save that in there. We're going to save the second one. We are now going to go into Photoshop, and we're going to open that up. We're going to go back, and let's see, we need to go into Pictures, MA2, there we go. We're on YouTube. Okay, now we're going to, this is a little complex in here. If you guys want a tutorial in Photoshop, make sure you let me know in the comments. I'm not going to really go over shit in real detail in this, but pretty much you want to go through each thing slowly if you don't know this. We're going to go down to this little circle in the Layers tab, and we're going to click it. We're going to go up to Solid Color. Since we're going for that green look, a little bit more neon. And then we're going to add in underneath we're going to add in a hue and saturation, a curves, and a levels. What we're going to do is we're going to change the green to be an overlay, and then we're going to go down to the hue and saturation. We're going to bring up the vibrancy just a little bit. We're going to go to the levels. We're going to level those down so that this darkens out. So it's going to be the left side that you're going to be working on. And then we're going to kind of darken up the lights. So you see that nice detail that you'll see in that. Then we're going to go into the curves, and we're going to drag it down in that middle section so it darkens it up even more, adds even more detail. We're going to save that as a target file in the same folder. We're just going to name it differently so that we recognize it. We're just going to put YouTube at the end. Once that's saved, we'll open the second one. And what we're going to do is we're just going to copy these different files right here into the next folder. You'll see. So we're going to... Okay, so you got this one. We're going to open this. We're going to go back to the last one. We're going to copy all these, duplicate them into that new one that we just opened, and you see, same green. Once again, if you need more tutorials on Photoshop, let me know in the comments. I don't know what you guys actually need tutorials on, to be honest with you. So we're going to save this as a target. I'm going to put YouTube at the end. It's good to leave the head or body, like future note, just so you know, because you'll forget stuff and it gets annoying. So we're going to go in, we're going to import those, the ones that have YouTube on the end. I am going to light a cigarette while I wait for this, because it's going to take a minute. It always takes a minute when you're bringing in new textures, when you're saving new textures, etc. You need to go into each of these and save them. Takes another minute each. Just imagine after making like thousands of these stupid things. Takes forever. I would highly suggest getting Photoshop because you see I could get so much more detail out of my pictures than just if you mess with the brightness and the hue and saturation and all that crap. Once you save the first one, it usually speeds up the second one, because you gotta save that one too. Gotta love the taking. The loading bar isn't even interesting. What we're gonna do is we're gonna click the first one. We're gonna go to create material. We're gonna double click that. We're gonna drag in the first normal for the body, since that was the body that we used. We're gonna put that into the normal slot. Click save. We're gonna go into the second one. We're gonna double click that. Put that in. And then we're gonna save that. Then we're gonna double click the skeleton mesh. We're gonna take the body. We're gonna put that where the body goes. And we're gonna put the head on both of these other ones. We're gonna save that. It's gonna give you some compilers to save, but you need to save both of the materials as well. Otherwise, it'll tell you to anyways. Based on your computer is how fast you'll compile your shaders. once it saves the first one, once again it'll save the second one faster because it'll have the compiling done. Just double click both of them, make sure they're saved. We're going to double click the VP. We're going to scroll down until we see the skeletal. We're going to click the new skeletal in there. We're going to type in DESC. That'll give us the description. We're going to name him Harambe. We're going to go into custom. We're going to name that Harambe. Then we're going to type in melee damage amount. We're going to bump that up because he's a beast. These will be tameable and rideable without saddles. And then we're going to go in and then we're going to change the character status. Go to max status. We're going to bump this up to like 5 million. The stamina up. Torpidity up. And the weight up. And at that point, you have a perfectly functional Harambe. I know you probably expected this tutorial to be a lot harder than it was, but at this point, you've already got yourself a Harambe, and if you follow the other tutorials on setting up the dinos, the spawners and stuff like that, you'll be all set to go. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you guys want to see another episode with me working with this Harambe a little bit more, just let me know in the comments. I will catch you guys in the next episode.